Yeah, there we go.
The freestyle by Corey Holcomb and this bitch. Cause I don't like your daughter, bitch. I don't like your daughter, bitch. Ever since I saw the little hoe, niggas knocking on my motherfucking door. Is Trina there? Is she coming out? I say, hey, put that thing in that bitch mouth, cause I don't like your daughter, bitch. Going in my refrigerator. Every nigga that nut in her, somehow they hate her.
Oh.
Her 2 kids that she kept cause she thought them dudes was gonna give her fuck. But then they ducked out on her ass. Fuck that silly slut. Even though that bitch do got a big ass butt. But I won't fuck her though. Cause it's your daughter. So get the daughter out my face before the slaughter. I don't like your daughter, bitch.
I told you he had some shit.
We going.
All right. Okay, so look. What up, motherfucker? Yeah, we on time. Put some motherfucker. I saw that shit. Hey. 5150 show in the house. Another week. We made it. We putting it together. We see we got the chat room up so all the homies can talk crazy like they do. We love it. Go in. It don't bother us. And as the weeks go on, we're going to start having little pussy-ass guests and shit. Goofy motherfuckers coming with their sucker-ass opinions. But right now, we setting it all up. Obviously, y'all see Bobby in here, goddammit, with his, how would we say in Chicago, this motherfucker about to bust a stain tank top. About to do some dirt. About to smoke some wicked and ride on some niggas. Ass tank top on this shit. That ain't one of them regular tank tops. That tank top, he been doing work in that motherfucker.
This is wife beater, man. That's what they call it.
Like he been
Minus
building
the wife.
masonry work, building houses in that motherfucker.
Hey, I done put it in, man. I done put it in. Yeah, sure have.
Man, Zoe up in here. Goddamn it. All LA'd up.
Hey, man.
On the color side of the game.
Hey, man, I'm representing the homie over here, Quest Clothing.
Quest Clothing.
That's your boy.
Yeah, questions.
Questions. That's what he
I don't know nothing
Quest.
about Quest.
That's what it
I know
said.
questions. Yeah, that's my man Mike. He that's the hookup homie. You know, I moved out here from Chicago. You know how you meet that dude with the hookup where you live? He hooked up with everything you say. He be like, well, my boy, he work at the DMV and he can hook that up. Man, this motherfucker get somebody work everywhere, man.
Right.
One day I'm gonna be like, man, I'm trying to get my boy dicks up. Well, my cousin, she be on that bullshit sometimes.
Oh,
Anyway.
God.
So we back. It's a little raw. The show's still a little raw, but we gonna get to where we gotta get with it. Next week we gonna have these little sexy ass little 5150 banners hanging up behind us and shit. And yeah, we gonna build this shit. We gonna get the phone lines up.
Bobby got on that Murfreesboro woman beater outfit.
Murfreesboro woman beater outfit. Alpha David. You crazy, boy.
What the fuck?
Hey, so yeah, we gonna get the phone line up too, man, so motherfuckers can call in. We gonna get it all back right. But this week we got the topic cracking. I'm gonna let Zoe say it. It came to me because I feel like this is something that needs to be talked about. See, I watch talk shows and I always try to check out the other end of the spectrum. When you watch shows like Oprah Winfrey and shit and guys get caught cheating, they just automatically considered villains. But I don't even think we all know what cheating is. Like if you're not married to a guy, bitch, how he cheating on you? That means he exercising his options because he ain't locked down. God don't sanction y'all little fake ass shit. If you was praying to God, asking God why you cheat, he'd be like, look, ho, you ain't had no business fucking him. You ain't married anyway. But anyway, wow. So
I'm gonna say the topic verbatim. This is what Corey told me to write.
That's what it is.
I want to criticize, justify, rationalize, and opinionize the emotions and reactions of when your partner, men and women, sleep with other people. Cheating. Straight up.
I have seen dudes lose their mind when they find out they girl cheats. Because there's a lot of guys out there who don't think they girl cheat. And this is a very, very, very worrisome situation for guys like me who be out there fucking y'all girl. Your girl ain't shit either. You ain't the only one in the house that ain't shit. Your girl ain't shit. Please believe me.
Do you think women cheat more than men? Because they quick to say we cheat more than them. But I think women are just so nickel slick with they bullshit that is practically undetectable when they cheating.
Yeah, you know, it's like, I don't know. I think physically, we physically fuck with other people outside the relationship more than women. But don't sleep. Don't sleep.
You can't.
I mean, like, and like to get really into this, I want to say this. When women, and I hope women are out there and they get a chance to listen to this, because that's how I want to start out the first
Somebody
segment.
said men just get caught more.
Nah, men don't get caught more. It's just dudes don't got nowhere to live, so they don't tell a bitch they caught them sometimes. But I'm just saying, it's like,
Oh, God damn it.
I think women need to be advised on what's real when it comes to how men really get down for the most part.
Same
I don't think Oprah and Dr. Phil and all them suck-ass shows really talk honestly to women. Therefore, a lot of women are thrown off guard and caught totally by surprise when they find out that their man who takes care of them, he a good man for the most part, but he go out there and he hunt that pussy. So, I mean, Zoe and Bobby, let's talk for real. I want to ask Bobby, like, your opinion, do you think the average guy can only sleep with his woman?
Not the average guy, no. The exceptional man has reached a point where he done already had enough conquest, where he done moved into a different stage of his life and he's concentrated on getting other things done. At the same time, the majority of men are under the misperception that they the only one slipping, because generally when you start cheating on a woman, whether she admits it or not, she's already started making plans to rectify that situation. There was a song came out back in the 60s by a brother named the late Joe Williams. He said, "She may be your woman, but she come see me sometimes. She comes so often, I begin to think she's mine." And I heard that song back then, and I kind of just fast forward to what people are dealing with today. And most time when a guy starts getting out there and he think he being slick with it, it's a difference between cheating and just doing what you do. And that distinction get a lot of people in trouble, because if you tell a woman, look, I'm single and I'm out here, that's a whole nother get down. But when you out there trying to be slick, 9 out of 10 times you turn in one corner and she turn in the other.
Well, let me say this, because I listened to what you said in the beginning. You said once a dude has reached a certain level, he can be faithful. So you saying, like, when a woman is in a relationship with a young man, they in their 20s.
That's almost impossible.
I want the ladies to hear this, because, see, like, people will say I'm too extreme. That's why I'm asking opinions of other men. And I want to ask Zoe next, his opinion of, like, if you can, if you will, just a man only sleeping with his woman that he care about.
I'm going to disagree with Bobby. Because I've heard a lot of women, like, they will label a faithful man as a good man, an integrous man, or something like that. But I'm gonna go in the opposite direction. I think what they try to do is marginalize masculine sexuality. Men like pussy. Our wives pussy. Pussy walking down the street. We like pussy. And at the end of the day, I don't think it's a sign of some kind of maturity or integrity to say, I'm going to be with one woman. I think, like, if we go into our culture and to our roots, just because you agree to a marriage, which is a contract or something like that and all that, that don't stop you from your human nature. And we tend to fuck with multiple women all the time, whether we're in an agreement or not. So I think what happens is men are not being truthful about what they really want and how they really want to get down, because women kind of punk us into going along with what's normal or what's acceptable in society. So we just kind of roll with that. Oh, this is a good woman. She take care of the kids. She do this, she do that. She good to me, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to roll with that. The reality is you would fuck her sister if you had an opportunity. And if she was bad enough. Most of us would.
So basically you just agree. This is why I like this panel. You agree with what Bobby said, but you are of the belief it's not doing nothing wrong. It's doing what comes natural.
Right, because you'll hear women, I've heard so many women say, well, when you grow up and recognize what you have here, so you saying I'm immature because I like other women beside you? You can't be so egotistical to think that you're enough.
This is what I wanted. I wanted this. I didn't want to be the one to say it first. I didn't want to be the one to say it first because it's like I'll always get blown off as the bad guy. But the truth is to all women who we care about, we really want you to listen to this. We gon' fuck them hoes. I mean, I don't give a fuck. This urge. It's like that song, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like there's something about being a healthy male that is going to make you fuck hoes that will allow you to fuck them. So if you got a man, ladies, who has money, I can pretty much guarantee you your pussy is some shit he fuck when he tired of fucking them hoes. If that's your man.
Or maybe it's because also he bought you.
No.
A man of means?
They don't want to hear that, though.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
They will be in denial forever.
I'm just saying.
Ain't no woman gonna say, this man is with me because he had enough money to get me.
Ooh.
Ain't no girl gonna say that. Beyonce.
Ooh.
Shall I keep going?
Go ahead, man. We up here right now.
That girl, the Braxton sister.
Ooh, Tamar.
She has to be retarded if she thinks that everybody who see them together don't think, oh, this fat nigga done bought some pussy.
What? Is that what you
Not
said?
like she a bad bitch, though. Hold on. She ain't no bad bitch. I see all that makeup and shit. She wake up in the morning, that bitch gonna have that WNBA face look. But I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it real. She ain't no bad bitch like that.
She not.
She not no bad bitch like that.
Yikes. It just cuts us like that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Does it give a warning to it?
No.
So you
Somebody said,
time.
Bobby sleep at bus stops.
No, wait a minute.
What?
In that tank top.
Wait a minute. I was going to tell y'all this because I actually want to hear what y'all going to say about this while you're there. What about the women? Okay, because I know a couple of my homies' moms are like this. What about the women
We back.
that live at home with their husband and like are just like, oh, they know they fucking, but as long as
We gonna get to all that. We gonna get to all that.
home to me. What about that women? What you think about that?
There's a bunch of.
Are we on air?
No.
No, we're still.
It's still rolling though.
Oh, still rolling.
Yeah, it's still rolling.
You
So
can still hear us.
they can still hear us. Okay.
Oh, great. Well, then keep
So-
talking about the big boy that Tamar is married to.
I want to finish that
What the
thought.
fuck is Tamar, first of all?
Tamar
Tamar is a
Braxton.
lousy bitch who is the sister of Tony Braxton.
Oh,
Another lousy bitch.
okay. All right. Okay.
Sickly bitch.
Hey, what? Oh.
What?
Damn.
Why the fuck I got to be phony and shit? This the 5150 show. 5150 mean it's crazy.
Yeah.
Tamar. See, Bobby don't know who Tamar is because he don't watch that sucker shit.
I can't
Right.
that time.
I stumbled across the sucker shit because there's a young lady in my house who watched that the hip hop bitches and all
Right,
that
right.
shit.
Yeah.
And I always try to debrief her on all that.
Right.
Every time I walk in on it, I be like, listen, you can't conduct yourself like these hoes, because if you do, I'll be calling you a little hoe around this motherfucker.
Wow.
Because I'm real with it. But no, I'm saying, like, back to Zoe's point, women really have to understand that most of the time when men fuck around, it has nothing to do with his feelings towards you. There's an urge inside of men to hunt and conquer pussy.
It's true.
The physical, only the physical. Now, if you got a man who fall in love with hoes, you out there with them hoes.
You out there, you lost to the game.
He don't love you. Because a real man ain't gonna fall in love with them hoes. He'll fuck all them hoes, but he gonna treat his wife and be with his wife and cut off all bullshit with them hoes when it comes to his wife.
Right.
In fact, if a bitch say something about his wife, he'll be like, hold on, bitch. I don't give a fuck what we doing.
Right.
She
You
ain't
out of
no-
pocket.
Right, that motherfucker up here. You down here. That's how a real man, in my opinion, conducts himself around the hoes when they talking about his woman. What do y'all think?
I
Because
got-
that happens.
Now, I want to ask this question as it relates to what you just said. From 20 to 40, have you got more or less engaged in that mentality that you're speaking on right now?
What's the mentality?
And that is, I got to fuck these hoes. Do you feel as strongly now as you did when you was 20 about that? Or do you feel stronger now that you're in your 40s?
Well, as you get older, you slow down. But this, man, let me tell you something. OG back in Chicago told me this shit, and when he said it, it clicked, because I knew he wasn't lying. You know, we had a conversation, and we was talking about shit that happens like this. That motherfucker said, let me tell you something. Long as you a heterosexual male and your dick get hard, you gon' fuck with them hoes.
Yep.
You gon' fuck with them hoes. And it's like, you don't want to believe that because you want to live a certain way. Because
Right.
I don't think fucking with hoes is healthy.
Now this is how it could derail you from, you know, or it could be detrimental to you. And I see where Bobby is angling. First and foremost, by nature, I agree with Corey. We're gonna fuck with them hoes. That's just what we're gonna do. But if you're a man about something, you know something about self-discipline, and then you know something about how chasing them hoes is really a waste of time, because they'll chase you once you've built whatever it is you're after, like whatever you're trying to put together in life, your purpose. So they'll chase you once you've, you know, come into your own. Now, when you young, yeah, we chasing them, and while we're chasing them, we wasting time. But when we get older and more mature, that's when we go, oh, you know what? I done wasted a whole shitload of time on you.
But even when you younger and you ain't got a dime, not only are you gonna chase them hoes gonna fuck with you. Especially if you got something,
Yeah.
namely a woman. You could be the brokest motherfucker on the street, but if you got a woman, them hoes gonna fuck with you just cause they know they are interfering with what you building with somebody else.
Wow. Is that the reason why they had that dude on Iyalan Van Zant and he had 37 kids, or how many kids did he have? It was 37 kids. So you would think it's easy to point at him and say, oh, this dude is wrong. Yeah, he wrong. You got 37 kids by how many wives? 17 different women or whatever. But you got to say, when do the women go, how many kids do you have? Oh, that's cool. We can still fuck.
But nobody's honest. Nobody's honest. Look, man, I'm going to say this shit right fucking here. Because, you know what I'm saying? This is the 5150 motherfucking show, you dig? If it wasn't for abortions, I would probably have about 15 kids. Probably about 15. I'm talking about from when I was a young nigga,
Just
running that
skeeting up.
motherfucking game on these hoes. Them hoes know I ain't had shit, so they'll kill it. They gonna kill the baby because they know I ain't got nothing for you, bitch. I know what to tell bitches when they was pregnant. Bitch, I'm broke, bitch. I drive your car while you at work. I'm baby boy, bitch. So they don't. A lot of them hoes ain't want that. I'm talking about like because especially when I started doing comedy, I used to fuck with bitches who have accomplished shit as far as it go with the workforce, doctors, lawyers, bitches I ain't got no business being with. But I'm a comedian. I got charm. You know what I'm saying?
It's on and cracking.
Yeah. I used to be skeeting up them bitches' cribs all the time, man. And them bitches would never keep them babies because I didn't have shit. Especially when they realized how tough the comedy game is. This shit he ain't making no money.
He talented, but he broke.
Them bitches was getting my kids slaughtered.
Ghost babies.
So bitches' stomachs look like goddamn cemeteries, niggas stealing out dead people's pockets.
So what's different now? You have more
I'm
exposure.
smarter.
Okay.
I'm not gonna mess with. I'm not like I used to be. I'm not out here like when I was younger. Man, let me tell you something, man. When I was younger, I think I got burnt by a bitch. I went to the doctor and took my pills for a day, but I went out of town the next day. I was in Columbus. I didn't know this bitch.
Don't tell me. Oh, no.
I left the bitch a couple of pills before I got on the plane. Cause I got a heart. You know what I'm saying?
It started an epidemic.
I didn't want the bitch to, you know, I'm like, so when she called me a few weeks later, I told her, go look in your cabinet.
You started an epidemic, man.
I was like, you see them two, take them, then go to the doctor, tell them you already took 2 pills. So your prescription get taken down. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm talking about this. You know, I'm silly. I'm gonna talk this shit, but this shit is all kind of based on a true story.
Well,
Damn.
But again, I want to just kind of lock in on where you are now, as opposed to then, in terms of what you want out of life, what you're going after, and whether or not it's just as important now as it was then to fuck them hoes.
No.
Something else more important.
Look, I travel all over the country. I'm not snipped like a lot of guys do when they my age to avoid having kids. Mm-hmm. So I've slowed down. I don't get down like I used to get down because it's too much danger. I can't have a little stray baby out here, goddammit. That bitch is
A what?
a stray baby. That's what I call them. Just like a little dog in the street you find.
Yeah.
I can't have no stray babies out here, goddammit. So if I ever did fuck up, I got to strap up. Because, goddammit, bitch, you not finna have no baby on me, goddammit. I had to do what I got to do. You can't destroy what I've been building for all these years. You know what I'm saying?
So how important is that then, Corey, when you look at the topic for this evening, cheating? Are you less likely to cheat if you got more to lose, or are you just going to cheat because you have no control over it?
I think most men don't have control of it, and that's what I really want women to understand. It's even in the Bible, am I right? About the hardest temptation for men to really have to handle is flesh.
Flesh is one, yeah.
Like the best of us, the men who have accomplishments that they've saved the community. They can't duck them hoes. They gon' fuck with them hoes. And I want to talk about also what happens when a man catch his woman cheating. This is what I really want to go into because just like women ain't prepared to handle a dude they care about and love cheating, the danger rises, in my opinion, when you have a man who has no idea his girl get down like that, catches her cheating. Yeah. We need to talk about this and what happens. Maybe you got stories you can share. Because I know I got stories I can tell you, boy.
Women, man, they speak another language like plants. Like you don't know what they're doing when you're not in their space. When you're not in their energy. You don't know what they're doing. And then when you get back in their energy, there's really no traces of what the fuck she was doing when you wasn't there, man.
We got to take a break. That's what I'm saying. Like, cause we getting ready to wrap this up with the break in a second, but when we come back, we're gonna talk about stories that we've seen, and we're gonna talk about solutions for guys who maybe there's something we can say that when it happens to a guy who doesn't see it coming, he can remember what we said today and act accordingly.
Right,
That's
right.
a good spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a
There it
good
is.
spot. That's a good spot.
5150 show. We'll be back in a minute. You stupid ass. Yo, 5150 show back in full effect. We're talking about. Hey Zo, say that shit again, Joe.
Oh man, I was just looking at the chat room. I gotta not pay attention to the chat room.
Somebody say, what's that? Bo Nappy say Bobby look like Ashley Ladd.
We talking about, and I quote, I want to criticize, justify, rationalize, and opinionize the emotions and reactions of when your partner, men and women, sleep with other people. We talking about cheating.
That's what's up, man. And also, I see stuff about Darlene. Darlene will be here next week. She had to go get that rent money this week, so goddamn it, she about to rub that cocoa butter on that thing. Get that hustle on, boy. Do your thing, dude. No, I'm just fucking with you. Don't rub no cocoa butter. But look, what I'm saying is, men.
Yes, sir.
When they find out that their girl fucks other guys, there are men out here who lose their mind.
Most of them. I'd say about 90%.
Do you think men react worse than women do?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
Because the reason men react like that is because when you find out your woman is getting
Is the goblin.
right, it's getting plumber snaked. God damn it, by some other dude. No matter what, you realize you are not in control. You are not who you thought you were.
And who she said you were.
Right.
All that shit
Go
she
deeper.
been telling you was not the truth.
But I believe that a woman can cheat on a man and care about her man. I done laid up with bitches who cry after I get through with them and be like, man, he's so good to me. Why I do this shit? And I try to tell him it's because you a lousy bitch. But you need to tell that man you care about. I'm a lousy bitch. I'm out here with this pussy getting manhandled in the street, but I care about you. That's the only thing you can do, because when that man don't know you a lousy bitch, he doesn't have a third eye or whatever you want to call it. I've seen men never recover
Yeah.
from finding out that they were not who they were. We know guys who never recovered.
Yeah.
But can they do that to any dude?
What do you mean?
Even if the dude is integrous and intelligent and wise and, you know, aware and makes money, can they even cheat on that dude?
I think if women was in the middle of the ocean for a week, they'll be fucking the fishes.
Damn.
Somebody said that before. I was laughing when they said it. But no, I'm just saying like this.
You think that's real?
This is what I believe. I believe there are women who can be with a man and only fuck him while they with him. But that's a rare breed. That's a rare breed. That is... Women think that they didn't cheat on you because they already met the dude that they finna fuck, and then they break up with you and go fuck him.
So, Corey, what would you say? What would you say their fidelity is based on then? What makes a woman not cheat? Like, what is it about a particular dude that would keep her from cheating with other dudes?
Fear.
What? Say that again.
No, I'm
Bob?
talking about the quality in the dude, not necessarily fear, but
No, it's fear.
What's fear, Bob?
fear.
Fear
Yeah, fear
is
of what?
if this guy catch me, he gonna kill me.
But that's any dude.
Them
I
hoes
think.
ain't scared, Bob.
Shit.
I'm telling you, man.
You say they ain't scared and they ain't loyal,
Let me ask you
right?
a question. You done fuck somebody girl before and know that she had somebody, right?
And we were both afraid. I was afraid, and she was afraid.
What was
That
you
didn't-
afraid
that
of?
didn't stop.
What was you afraid
Well, I
of?
know how it's gonna go. If he come in here, whether he know me or not, I'm the villain. I'm gonna get the first shot. All right, now he gonna beat her up, but he gonna kill me if he can. And that's just the nature of how this thing plays out constantly on the news and in the papers and in life. We all know of guys that went in and caught their old girl with somebody, and they killed the guy. Didn't even know him, didn't even think about it twice. He shot that dude first. And I know women that deal with dangerous men, and it makes them very careful about cheating because they know if they get caught, they're going to get killed.
I
Are
know
women addicted to the danger in that kind of liaison?
Yes. Women like adventure.
I think they like getting choked out during sex, and I think they also like the danger that surrounds that kind of scenario. I think
know
it's the same
comics-
kind of rush.
I know comics who are still immature mentally who still go to bitches' houses. And I ain't gonna say this comic because it'd be bogus if I do that.
Right.
But he a comic a lot of y'all know. He from Africa.
Oh, damn. He done told us who he is.
Hey, I ain't said no name.
I know, but we know now.
But he had to jump out the window when this dude came in. And I was like, if you on the road doing comedy, you don't know the no-nos of the road. You can't never go to no woman's house. That bitch is going to put you in harm's way just because. That's what they do. If a woman invites you to her house and you don't know her, that's a dangerous situation.
Why? Say more. Say more. The young
Because
kids are listening.
You don't know what's at her house. You don't know what's at her house. You need to get a hotel or work on your game skills where you can get the pussy in a car or an alley. Safer places than her crib.
It's safer places.
What? That's the truth. You need to get that pussy in a car or alley. I'm telling you right now. But
Work on your game.
I want to share a story. Zoe, this shit, I mean, y'all give me y'all opinion on this shit. It's like, I know a girl and she out there, but she had a man. And one day she was looking really down. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because you looking crazy. And she was telling me about how her man caught her cheating by going through her phone. And in my mind, I was saying, like, what motherfucker is with you that think you ain't out here in the streets? Because every time I see her, she in the streets. So my question I have to you, Bobby and Zoe, is if you got a girl who is in the streets, do you think that she's not? I mean, do you think that a woman like that could be faithful if she's in the street all the time?
I wouldn't personally, but you know, you're making me think about the other side.
Yo, girl.
Of this.
No,
Well, if that's my girl, then she's in the streets. If you put it that way, but I don't think we give women enough credit. We're not being realistic when we don't assume that if we out here like we out here. Most of our lives thinking the way that we're thinking, that a woman is not predisposed to think likewise and deal on that same scandalous level. We're kidding ourselves. So what I mean by that is if a man really believes that he's the only one capable of having multiple relationships, men tend to sit around the barbershop and brag about their conquest. Women usually keep that information a little closer to the vest. But they do the same damn thing because collectively we've been with women that other people perceive to be not that type of girl. And sometimes it's been a surprise to me that a woman broke bad like that because she wasn't a club girl. She didn't have that kind of reputation, but when the opportunity presented itself, she served it up.
Served it up.
So if you got a girl that's always in the street, when I say in the street, I don't care what she told you. I'm going to Bible study. I'm going to help the kids at the YMCA. Let me tell you something. If your girl ain't at home, that bitch is in the streets.
You trying to tell me, Corey, they gotta be at home only? What if they just busy? What if they got an itinerary?
If that
bunch
bitch
of stuff
ain't got a time card from her job, that bitch in the street. Don't be fooled into thinking your woman ain't out of here participating in the game if she in the streets. I just don't understand why these dudes think that they
So you saying when she's in the streets, there's always opportunity for her to act on her impulses?
It's not.
Because you know dudes is gonna be getting at her if she worth looking at, right?
Listen, please don't misunderstand what I'm saying.
I'm trying to get it.
If your girl ain't at home taking care of her motherfucking shit at the crib,
We got internet now. You got Wi-Fi. She can do all that shit at home.
right? That bitch in the streets. I don't want to hear that shit. When motherfuckers tell me, yeah, my girl, she did this, or she out with her homegirls, or okay.
So you mean to tell me your girl can't go out with her homegirls, or that's classified as being in the streets?
If your girl go out with her homegirls more than 3 times a year,
That's the quota. That's the limit.
that bitch in the streets. That bitch is in the streets. I'm telling you, man.
You're leaving out something though, Corey.
What?
Most relationships outside of marriage or so-called committed relationship, they go down in the workplace, man. So if you're saying she got a time clock, that ain't gonna deter her from,
If
finding
your
somebody
girl
to get on
fucking
with it.
somebody at work, that's productive. 2 people with a check who put in more than 40 hours a week got the right to fuck each other.
That doesn't mitigate the devastation.
Yeah, no, that's
It
what I
still don't
want to talk about.
It
I
still
want to
don't
talk
hurt.
about the devastation when you find out.
It still don't hurt.
But if your girl working 40 hours a week,
She has a right.
she in the streets. Listen to me. Listen to me. When your girl work like that, she feels it's okay to go fuck somebody. Because she out there working like that. Of course not all women. Of course not all women. But I think a safe percentage would be about 70%. If your girl got to get out there and hustle, goddammit, like that, you can't take care of her. That bitch is of the mentality like, I got to get mine.
So Chris Brown, the writer of the record Loyal, he's kind of like Jesus. He's like a prophet. He said these hoes ain't loyal. Is that real business out here in these streets?
Well, he's contradicting his own lyrics because he was on something the other day that I just couldn't avoid turning away from quick enough. And he was talking about he still got a thing for Rihanna.
Why
and
wouldn't he?
had
That's a bad bitch.
but he had this other gal with him that's so-called true to him.
Oh, Karuchi.
I don't know her name. I can't keep up with these alphabets. But anyway,
Alphabet.
yeah. It's going to be A, B, C, D, E, F next week. But he said that girl done sat by him and watched all this stuff play out. Okay, and she been true to him. And I'm like, you got to be out of your mind.
Very dangerous situation. Because let me tell
Say
you
more
something.
about. Say more. Why is it a dangerous?
I remember D'Angelo was naked in the video. He was the shit to these hoes. Right now,
He's.
D'Angelo fuck with the bottom scale bitches because he got that weight on him and he ain't got that paper.
It's a cold game, man.
This is what it is.
It sounds like you telling me that all women. Is it all women or just a certain kind of woman? Is it the women that are around the entertainment industry that got price tags on them?
It's all women are gonna fuck with you on your status and how they look.
Wow.
If you got money, you're a handsome guy, the world is yours.
Your world is your oyster.
The world is yours.
Wow.
Now, if you got money and something wrong with you, whatever it may be, you gonna get a Tamar bitch. A bitch that ain't really cold, but for you, she cold. Let me know when you feel like I'm wrong. She ain't no cold bitch. But for him, she raw. For him, that's a good catch.
What is a for you she cold bitch?
Jay-Z got that paper.
Right.
But the truth is, Jay-Z got that camel look. That ain't no diss. But like if we was signifying, the first thing you would say, get your camel looking ass out of here. But it don't matter if he look like a camel when he got that paper. Because he went and got the baddest hoe look-wise, not mentally, look-wise, that you can get. One of the baddest hoes you can get. It's never a coincidence in relationships. When you see somebody broke and ugly, I'm talking about a dude who broke and ugly, and he got some bad bitches, this motherfucker is laying pipe on these hoes, and the word done got around.
So they ain't never really dating the person. They dating the power behind the person.
99% of the time. 99% of the time, when you approach your woman, what you coming with determines if you can keep her.
So
like
now I gotta ask you this question then.
And then we're gonna talk about what to do if you walk in on your bitch getting fucked. But go ahead.
Just based off of what you just told me, now I gotta ask this question. Then that would let me know that all women are hoes.
Listen, man.
True or false? Is that true?
I would say 10% of women in this country are true and just.
10%?
The virtuous woman, or whatever you want to call her, 10%. The rest of these hoes are either born immoral or lost.
Now, what would be the percentage of virtuous men?
Yeah, I was gonna say, would men reflect the same
Are
numbers?
there any of those?
Hey, let's be bold enough. We talking about in America, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just flip it the same way.
About 10%.
About 10%.
So
Okay.
the rest of it is a clusterfuck, then.
I know a lot of guys though who are really good guys. The only thing they do wrong is fuck them bitches. That is the only thing they consistently do wrong. They fuck them hoes.
Consistently.
Right. They live a life where it's productive.
Mm-hmm.
They own businesses or they work in productive situations and everything. The only thing they do wrong is they will be in the presence of whores. That is the only thing they do wrong. It's a lot of guys like that. Now, I know women, it's a lot of women in my opinion, don't think they do nothing wrong. Don't think that they bad people. But every man they ever fucked with, they got something negative to say about him as if he was a bad guy. Have you ever thought about that?
Yep.
Have you ever thought about that?
I was just talking to my homie about one, and a notorious lousy.
I mean, like my daughter mother, she ain't got nothing but negative shit. I know she talks shit about me because she talks shit about them other dudes to me when I used to talk to her. She gave me business on guys that she dealt with. I can't say this to these dudes because they might kill her. Because she tell all they business, and I'm talking to whoever it may be. If you used to fuck with my daughter mom, that bitch put you out there. She gonna tell all your business. That bitch gonna tell all your business. So, and she told me shit that blew my mind. I was like, you shouldn't even be talking about that man like that. Just because that's how she is. So I know she talk about me, but she all say they ain't shit. But I'm like, this is a trend.
So, are there any winners in cheating? Who wins? Are there any winners?
Well, I'll put it like this. We got to define cheating before I answer that. But what's wrong is wrong and what's right is right.
Yeah. Okay.
But I want to ask you this, Bobby.
Yeah.
What is a man supposed to do, in your opinion, when he walk in the house and somebody is having sex with his girl?
Ooh.
What is he supposed to do? Can you guide a guy through what he's supposed to do, Bobby?
What he's supposed to do is stop dead in his tracks and think, what are the consequences?
Think immediately.
I mean, immediately. I mean, because you're going to really just catch yourself. Because that first instinct, man, is to go into a fit of rage that, man, there'll be blood everywhere. No survivors. No survivors. If you can stop dead in your tracks and ask, is what I want to do worth it? Or should I just turn, stick my legs between my ears and just kiss this whole thing goodbye and try to rebuild my life? Because what you want to do and what you should do is two totally opposite things. Because as a human being, you crushed, you hurt, you devastated. But if you go through that door, man, you get ready to throw it all away. It's all gone. And then that's hard to do, but I remember as a young guy, man, when we first started hanging out on the corners and talking, man, what would you do, man, if you came in and you found your old lady with another dude? And I convinced myself that I would just turn and walk away. Then the other side of me kicked in and said, no, everybody come on out here right now, buck naked as you are. Let's go right down the street. You know, y'all got to get up out of here. And the other option, I didn't even want to think about because it's crazy.
So, Zoe, I got to ask you that question. What is a man supposed to do, coming from the wise Zoe Williams, when he walks in the house and his girl is being drywalled, getting her walls knocked down and put some new ones up by some other dude? What is he supposed to do, Zoe? People out here need to know this, Zoe. You gotta help them.
But you know what's crazy? This is it's.
You gonna talk around it, or you gonna tell them what to do?
No, I'm talking right to it, man. Because I'm listening to Bobby, and Bobby is saying the right things. But what Bobby said reminds me of, you know how you talk to somebody and they going through hell, and then just say, "Well, everything's gonna be all right," and they'll just say that just to get them through that moment. That's how I felt when I'm listening to Bobby, because Bobby is saying the right things to do. But if you walk into a room and your wife is getting smashed out, for a lot of men, it's almost, they just go black. They just black out and shit happens. So I could mirror what Bobby said because I agree with what he said. I mean, yeah, you know, you want to back out, you want to leave the room, you want to leave the situation, that you got to chalk that because what you gonna do? Sit down and take her back? I know some simp ass niggas that'll take her back, and I think it's simpish to take a woman back that would disrespect your household, the relationship, herself, and you to do something like that. But it's hard to say what you should do in that moment because each dude is different. If you fucking with a Suge Knight type nigga, some nigga that he ain't connected together already, and he see that shit, you know it's gonna be blood and gore in there. But if you fuck with another kind of dude who might be more centered in himself, he might want to have a conversation about it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm out. I ain't got no more conversation. Because to me, that's just blatant disrespect. Like I said, not only for the relationship, for me, for yourself, it's disrespect. So I'm out. And that's something you can't really undo once it's done. Because you know you're going to be thinking about that shit all the time if you go back with her. You know, next time you in the bed knocking down the walls, you're going to be remembering the time you walked in on her. So it's tough, man.
Well, I'll tell you like this. I know we got to get ready to take a break, so I ain't even finna go in on it. But I really think that I can talk about what you should do and save lives. I mean, I can't wait to say what I got to say.
Save lives?
I think I can save lives because most men don't know what to do. They go off emotion.
It's true.
And we need to have protocol set up. That's what the 5150 show for.
Oh, I can.
We need to have some type of protocol set up on what you need, underline the word need to do, if you walk in, especially if it's your house. Let's just say it's your house.
Right.
If you walk in on your woman getting trailblazed, we're gonna take this break and we're gonna come back and I'm gonna give you my opinion on what you need to do.
Let's do that.
Get that.
Don't give these niggas no more.
Hey man, they going in on this chat room.
Yeah,
They say Bobby Tank Top came with an Alexander O'Neal album. That was Ask Guy 81.
Yeah.
Wait, who said?
Church Ghost. What Church Ghost say? Go back there. Go back. No, go back there. Church Ghost had a good one. I forgot what he said. Wait a minute. No, he said Bobby Mustache could take the first punch.
Then you gonna get bit, motherfucker. Yeah,
LB from CT say Bobby Tank Top came with a 3-day bus pass. They don't do that but get worse, boy. These boys can signify. There's talent out there, right?
Somebody said his muscles had slave power.
Try to catch up. That's all I can tell.
Hey man, I want to say this. You know, when you walk in on somebody fucking your girl, if you are ill prepared for that, sometimes your emotions can put you and everybody else in danger.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to say about walking in on your girl is something that is unorthodox, but goddammit, I really think you need to expect the worst. If you work a lot of hours and your girl has idle time, trust me, idle time for a woman is she's gonna get bored. She's gonna try something new. Now I'm not saying she gonna fuck somebody, but I'm just saying idle time makes shit like that happen. But let's just say it goes bad. She got a lot of idle time. You come home early, or you stumble across it. When you see or realize that somebody is fucking your girl, the first thing you need to do is be strong enough to confirm the fucking.
How do you do that?
You got to walk in there and see it. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. You thought that was you making that pussy loose like that, but you got to. I know it hurt, especially if dude doing something y'all don't never do. You hear sound she ain't never made. You still need. Right, this motherfucker, they fucking standing up. You ain't capable of that.
Oh God!
I'm just saying. You still have to have the strength to confirm the fuck.
Damn.
Why is that necessary?
You have to, because she'll say we wasn't fucking in there. You have to see.
What would they be doing otherwise?
It don't matter. They're alive. You didn't see it. This is what these hoes do. I'm telling you, because if you catch a fucking, she a hoe. Confirm the fuck. You got to see that dirty ass foot in there.
Let me ask you a question, Corey. Now that you
I'll
put it
finish
out
that.
there.
The Bobby say that. Go ahead.
Come
That
on,
you put
Bobby.
it out there. Reason that you are so capable of walking through that door and confirming that your worst nightmare has been realized.
Why is it your worst nightmare?
Well,
Your
maybe
worst nightmare
maybe not yours. I'm not gonna put words
Be
in
to
your
bury
mouth.
your kids or something. You know what I mean?
All right.
This is the mentality I'm trying to get people to understand. You can't put your hopes and dreams into some pussy. That's what happened to these dudes. They'll put the house on that ass. I bet this bitch got my back, goddamn. That's my pussy. She said it while we was fucking. That's what I'm saying, Bobby.
Okay.
So you can't trust nothing.
That's not your pussy. That's her pussy. You have to believe me when I tell you this, man. If a woman love you and you never catch her cheating or she never cheat, that's a beautiful thing. But the reality is, niggas like me be out here fucking these hoes. And I know you think your wife ain't no hoe, but I'm telling you, I got that paper. No, I'm fucking around. Look, I'm talking shit.
So what would
You
you
confirm
do if
the
you
fuck.
walked in and if you walked in?
I'm walking you through it. This is what I
Okay.
would do.
All right, come on.
You got to confirm the fuck. You got to try to get the visualization. Be quiet. You don't want them to hear you. You don't want to be like, she'll get up. She'll be like, oh, get up, he here. You try to be as quiet as you can and open that door. The only noise they supposed to hear is that squeaky ass door in that cheap ass apartment you renting or whatever. Now, once you see that it is going down, you should tell her, listen, get this man out of my house. I'll talk to you later. You should leave. After you have confirmed it. Because that's what you said, Bobby. You should leave. You just need to confirm it. Say, get this man out of my house. Because that man, this is what you got to be strong enough to realize. If he not raping her, he was allowed to be in your house.
Here we go.
And you should not be ready to do something to him if the hoe allowed him in the house. If he raping her, then goddamn it, you put that motherfucker in the blender.
right.
Goddamn it. But you have to remember that man was allowed to be in your house. Just let both of them know, okay, get him out my house. And then leave. Do not engage your woman alone.
You need it.
When you talk to her, do not talk to her by yourself. On the phone or nothing. Because she might try to manipulate the situation. Or like bitches always do. Well, if you would have been handling your business, that make you kill a bitch at that time. That's going to make you kill the bitch. That's going to make you kill the bitch. Don't talk to the bitch alone. After you confirm the fuck, you leave. After you tell her, get this dude out of my house. Then you got to talk to somebody in your life that you feel you and this bitch know. It can't be her mama. Because her mama taught her that.
Wow.
I don't give a fuck if her mama smile with you. Let me tell you something. When it comes to you and her baby, that bitch can do no wrong. They both will be like, well, if you would have been handling your business, she wouldn't have been in here fucking motherfucker. You know that fake shit that bitches do.
Right.
If y'all go to church, talk to the preacher. If y'all live next door to some neighbors who, you know what I'm saying? You need to talk to somebody. You need an agent in the room with you or on the phone.
A third party, right?
Yeah, preferably don't talk on the phone. You need to be facing this bitch with somebody there.
What are y'all talking about?
You talking about what needs to be done.
Okay. And what does need to be done?
Well, that's why I say the longer you wait to talk to her, the better. You need to calm down and think about everything. Because there's a rush that comes from seeing your girl get power driven by Dick Almighty. It's something that happened to you. You realize, like, I ain't shit.
Yeah.
So the longer you can wait to talk to her, and don't let her talk to you. Cut your phone off. Maybe the bitch don't give a fuck about you and won't call. That's even better. You learn more about what you need to know. But the longer you can go without talking to her, that's better. So I'm saying, talk to her with somebody. Now, emotions make guys say, Zoe said you should leave, or the shit has been, the disrespect has gone too far. It's not fixable. But the truth is, though,
I'm listening.
There's a lot of men who will not leave their girl no matter what they saw.
Wow. Why is that?
Because where they are in their life. Some guys are with a girl that they like anyway, and they can live with that. Some guys are turning that corner in age where they scared to be alone. It's a whole bunch of shit that make you hang around somebody that ain't no good for you. You know what I mean? And you've seen the ultimate disrespect. So you can't say motherfuckers gonna leave, because Zoe, let me tell you something. It's some motherfuckers out here who used to be real G's. They older. They done caught their wife doing bullshit, and they still with the bitch. So you can't even expect the dude to leave his wife just because he saw a nigga who ain't never shaved that sack. Nigga with a tank top like Bobby's on. Nigga fucking in the tank top. He got it pulled over his head like this and shit. Right.
I'm staying, baby.
This nigga socks is turned all the way like this and shit. Sometimes when you fucking bitches from the back while your foot on the ground, your socks turn. So the nigga can't put his shoes on right away because it's uncomfortable. You can't fight with your socks turned. I'm telling you. You get your ass whooped like that because you be thinking about that sock. You
got no leverage.
Right. This damn sock ain't on right. And I'm fighting this nigga. You know what I'm saying? The main point I'm trying to make, Bobby, and Zoe, and everybody here, you got to be calm. You got to be calm and prepare for the worst in life. That's not your pussy. What's wrong with me thinking like that?
No,
you think something wrong with me thinking like that?
I just want to go through all of the progressions. You made it through that initial feeling. And now you're saying the longer you stay away from the situation, but at some point you're going to have to decide to stay with. Could you stay with a woman after you went through something like that?
I could stay with a woman after she cheat. At
Like
this
that.
stage of my life, I could.
You could catch her with
Because I
another
know how
man.
dick pussy work.
Okay.
Say more.
Dick pussy is some shit that some women out here are so depressed, yearning for that type of feeling. They can fuck you and fuck somebody else and still be with you. Now, the only thing about that shit, it changes your perception of the woman. She is a confirmed whore once you catch her, and all of the shit that you used to feel guilty about, you will never feel guilty about it again. You're around somebody that you don't respect like that. The hope is gone. That's the problem.
Let me ask you this, Corey, because you laying some heavy things down right now. Are you telling me a woman who is out in the streets that acts like a man, you know, like how we are when we out in the streets getting that pussy, you tell me a woman who acts like a man that's out in the streets is basically a whore? If she act like us, that renders her a whore?
What is the definition of a whore?
I'm just asking.
You got your computer in front of you.
Should we look it up?
Can you let's look up the definition of whore and see how many women fit the description of this definition.
And is it gender specific? Could it be flipped over to apply to a man?
Is there a such thing as a man whore? Yeah.
They started calling us that about 10 to 12 years
why is
ago.
it a such? Let's look up the definition of whore. Let's look it up.
You know, the difference is the women let people in. Men are taking it over.
You said we got one of our producers over here. He said what?
It's the women letting them in. The men are letting themselves in. Women are letting you in.
I think I know what he's trying to say, and that's where I was gonna go.
Yeah.
Because they say man
You're a
whores.
whore.
How are you a man whore?
Opening the door for everybody.
That's some
Ain't nobody a man whore.
that's some reaction type of name calling.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a man whore. Ain't nobody fucking me. Michael Sam could be a man whore. All the guys who get entered,
Okay.
you can call them men whores if you're gonna call somebody a man whore.
Wow.
All the guys who of that persuasion where they like to be skeeted in and on.
So
Wow.
Jamie Foxx. No, I'm just fucking. Go ahead.
you laid out why men cheat, because we got to fuck them hoes. So why do women cheat, if there is such a thing as a woman cheating?
Well, I'm saying like there's all kinds of things. The number one thing, there are women who are born to get that pussy fucked by a whole bunch of dudes. It's girls out here who born that way. They're born whores. They in the nursery right now touching some little boy pamper. And we like to dismiss it. We like to be, oh, she playing, she cute. Why that little bitch touch that boy pamper? If I saw my daughter grabbing a little boy pamper, I would be worried about my daughter. We got the definition of whore up here. What is that? A key that can open many locks is called a master key. But a lock that can be opened by many keys is a shitty lock. So is that?
Ooh, they saying the coochie is the lock.
Yeah.
I get that. That's deep.
The key is the
Man
dick.
is open and forcing locks open.
Right.
If you're willingly opening your lock, you're a whore. It's not the same thing.
Right.
Guys are dogs. You can say dogs, but
And I'm saying, like, to go deeper into it, like when I'm in the shower, sometimes I feel awkward when I clean my ass. Sometimes I think the shit supposed to hang out my ass.
Oh Lord.
Because I ain't supposed to push that way.
Oh.
I had this girl who used to. No, listen. I be telling my motherfucking shit up in here. I had a girl who used to like to lick my balls. And, because I was worried about her and I didn't want her to stop licking my balls, I used to do a good job cleaning my ass. Because I ain't want her to motherfucking. Back then I was eating gyros and shit. You know what I mean? Okay. I ain't want that gyro meat to get on that bitch sense of smell. So I used to clean my ass thoroughly. And one day I told her, I violate myself to keep this ball licking going, goddammit. Really, it's supposed to be, okay, like your ass, right? It's about this much skin between your ass and the asshole, if I'm right. About a flat finger worth of skin.
It's the taint. That's what they call it.
So what you do, you try to get in there and clean that ass when bitches be down there like that. I think that's violation. That's violation if you clean your ass good. You supposed to die of colon cancer if you're a real man. Goddamn, I ain't never cleaned my ass in the inside. But I'm just saying.
Oh, God damn.
No, there's no such thing as a man whore. Men don't get fucked. Well, in this day and time, men get fucked.
Because yesterday.
So you have to be gay to be a man whore, in my opinion.
Wow. Yesterday on the Zo What morning show, Lunel said that the men today are more effeminate sexually than they were, say, in the 90s or in the 80s, going back. She's saying because there's so much freedom right now, she said a lot of men are allowing their women to fuck them. Now, if you let a gang of bitches fuck you, are you then a man whore?
God made me miss that show, Zoe. Because that bitch would have tried to fight me.
Well, her and Jeff got into it.
Oh, I heard. What happened?
Said God made me miss that show.
God made me miss that show because basically what she doing is telling you what she's had to settle for.
Ooh.
That's what she doing. She's trying to say, in order for me to get a
free
dude
throw line,
willing to fuck this Thanksgiving turkey built body, I got to fuck with dudes who like their asshole serviced. That's what I'm saying. That's basically that's how I would have took that. Cause if she naked, that pussy is gonna be a challenge to get to. I'm talking about for real. That sounds like a joke. When you fuck a girl who got that real big stomach, that pussy is under the stomach. I'm talking about for real.
Does it fuck with the quality of the pussy if it's under a stomach?
The bigger they are. Because when you got a big bitch legs up in the air, I done seen bitches' stomach overlap the pussy. I done had the fuck hole when I be thirsty and shit, where you got to push the gut up, put your dick in, and lay on the bitch gut. You feel it come back and hit you. You can't push them legs all the way back because that motherfucking gut will fall back down and be leaning on your dick. You gotta hope she had kids, so it ain't a hard gut. The flabby guts is cool, your dick hard, you can handle all that. But them hard stomach bitches like Lunel, have you seen her? That bitch built solid. That's bowling ball built. That's bowling ball built shit right there. Well, she got strong legs too. Boy, them little legs be in the air, boy. I know. Boy, ain't nobody lasting in that pussy. Them niggas like, no, bitch. Your pussy wasn't good. Your leg heavy, bitch. I'm trying to get through. We already know this. Now that ain't no diss.
It's too late. What are you
That
talking
ain't no
about?
diss. That's real.
What are you saying?
I done fuck bitches built like Lunel before. I always drive home slow and sad. I be like, man, what the fuck I do that shit for? God, help me out here. You ever fucked a bitch like Lunel before, so?
Never.
You've never fucked the obese bitch? What
Never.
about you, Bobby?
Yeah, that's why I had to just take a moment and
I'm being honest. I
be
never.
glad days got better. You know.
You have to fuck an obese bitch for the experience. I want to say that to all the men out there. If you have never fucked an obese bitch, you have to do this shit so you can see how these bitches actually are flexible. Some of these bitches know how to open their leg right where the pussy right there. You just as soon as you fold it, I had this one bitch. She was a fat bitch, like getting hit from the side. When you pull that meat up, that pussy be right there.
Okay, so let's do it this way.
You be like, oh,
Let's do it this way. Cheryl Underwood, Hope Flood, Lou Nail. Which one you fucking?
God damn. And this is fucked up, but it would have to be Lunel.
She the sexiest of the three?
Out of all them girls right there, Lunel body is harder. Like, you could tell she used to run track or something.
You
just got big.
mean more fit?
It's more muscle to her body.
Right.
The flabby shit, oh my God, that shit look awful. You know, let me tell you something. When you fucking a bitch, the titties are supposed to shake. I done fuck bitches, they whole body is shaking. I'm like, God damn, this bitch whole body shaking. I done seen bitches, the bottom of their feet got so much fat on it, it be wiggling. I'm like, God damn, bitch, what the fuck?
Oh, man. So, some people would say fat pussy is some of the best pussy in the world.
Those are people who can't get cold hoes. Dudes who can't get cold hoes like Speedy and shit. They be like, man, these fat hoes pussy great. They want you to be like, oh, like you missing out. Motherfucker, I'm not missing out. You fuck them fat hoes because the hoes with options ain't fucking with you for real.
Well, name a heavy set, fat, bad bitch.
I like, if you're going to be a fat bitch, I like you bottom heavy.
Right.
Hips and shit all out of shape. I can handle that. But when you got that motherfucking Coors beer container up top, the dude with the deep voice, Coors, the mountain beer.
Oh, God.
Bitch, that train come through that Coors.
Right.
Top heavy bitches, dog. I have erection problems with them and they talk shit. They be like, you can't fuck. Like, bitch, my body see you.
Oh, God.
My eyes are connected to my hand movement and all this. You know what I'm saying?
I just ain't got it in me, bitch.
Right, bitch. You built bad, bitch. Give me credit for that.
Man.
God damn, bitch. Anyway, I'm just fucking around. We on fat hoes now and shit.
Lord.
So,
Would it be easier to walk in on your fat hole getting dug out? She cheating, getting her walls knocked down. Would it be easier to deal with if she was fat?
if you got a big ugly bitch and you walk in on her cheating, that changes all that shit I said.
What you gotta do now?
You supposed to wait outside and laugh at that nigga when he walk out. And be like, you risk your life for that, bitch? Nigga.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
I mean, hey, this is off the topic, but the truth is, I want to say this: women who have obesity issues normally are lonely. Guys, the world is rough on a fat girl.
Really?
The world is rough on a fat girl. It's not fair.
Well, yeah.
The strikingly beautiful women that say they can't get a date because men are intimidated by them.
What do you mean?
You haven't.
He talking about the cold hoes that are so cold
I've known a lot of very
that
attractive
some dudes
women
are scared to
that-
even holler at them.
Man, they
Let's
spend a lot
take
of time
Claudia
by themselves.
Jordan, for example.
She cold.
Very attractive woman.
Yes.
Like, you look at her up and down, you be like, okay, this bitch cute. She can't say no shit like that, because whoever she say, come get this pussy, they gon' come get the pussy. Let's take one of the bitches who Zoe suggested. If Hope Flood butt naked in the bed with some La Pearl underwear on, fuck it. You know what that is, Bobby?
With
La
an
Pearl,
Ella.
that's very expensive lingerie.
Okay.
And she say, go get this pussy. Hey, man, ain't nobody coming to get that pussy. The motherfucker who go get that pussy is homeless. That nigga is earning a night sleep. Which I done had to do before. I've been in New York, and if the old girl from New York watching this, come on, you know I fucked you because I needed a place to stay that night. You know that, right? You was obese, and your daughter was in the next room.
Is there a way to spruce up fat pussy? Like, like the pearl lingerie, or put something on to make it more enticing?
I want to let all the
Obese pussy.
obese bitches. I want to let obese bitches know. When you wear lingerie, you make it harder for niggas to fuck you. You just need to bounce out the bathroom into the bed and allow that man to demote his dick. Because if you a big bitch, when he walk down the street with you, everybody know that nigga ain't on his feet. That nigga is trying to get his hustle on, goddamn. Now it ain't always like that. Cause I know people who have obese women. When they met her, she wasn't obese, and love keeps them together. But they wish they didn't have a fat bitch for a wife. That's bottom line. Wow. Every man wish he don't have a fat bitch for a wife.
Wow.
Now we can talk about fat dudes.
Yeah.
They got the same problem.
I don't know if they got the exact same problem.
Shit.
Why you say that?
Let's take a guy like Luther Vandross,
He's gay.
Jerome Bettis.
Oh, Jerome. Oh yeah, running back. Yeah,
Jerome
yeah.
Bettis is not a skinny guy. He's not a skinny guy. Gerald Levert was not a skinny guy.
Right.
But he wasn't obese though.
He wasn't. Let me tell you
When I'm
something.
talking about obese, I'm talking about balloon.
Okay, well, if a man is ballooned out,
Yeah.
he would have the same issues that the obese women would have. But I'm saying, like, there are guys who are fat guys, got a little weight on them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the same issue that girls have, in my opinion, with that weight on them like that. Like,
Because
I'm trying to
skinny,
think of
so you
something.
saying some skinny girls or smaller girls like big dudes?
I believe that's true. But let me tell you something. We're going to use Jill Scott as an example.
She bad to me. Oh my God.
You like
Scott?
Jill Scott?
Yeah, she's bad to me.
See, that's a bad example because Jill Scott has a certain type
There's
of...
something with her, man. She awesome.
she's got
And she's
that-
beautiful.
She got that, even though, but look, that bitch, look at all the dicks we know about been ran up in her head.
Do we know? I didn't get the dick
What
dossier
happened when
on
she got
Jill
divorced?
Scott.
What happened when she got divorced?
What happened?
How long was she married?
She ran around town.
You know what I mean?
She ran around town.
No,
When
I
you
didn't
find
get the
out
memo.
bitches are fucking the musicians in the band,
Damn.
that pussy. What's that definition you came up with? That lock been woe out.
That lock just don't work.
If you lose your key, all you need is a popsicle stick. You can open that lock.
Okay.
When them bitches fucking the musicians in the band, them hoes getting down.
Wow.
And she found a bass player to put that bass on her. Yeah. They says, so that's supposed to be the definition for a whore. A key that can open many locks is called a master key. But a lock that can be opened by many keys is a shitty lock.
And some people that's on the female side of the coin would then say that's a double standard that allows men to just go fuck willy-nilly and women locked into one dude.
But what you just said, what's wrong with that?
Say more.
You just said that that's like an excuse men have to be fucking a whole bunch of people, right?
Again, remember,
men are built to fuck a whole bunch of people.
but that's why I say we go back to the beginning of the conversation when
That's why they do it.
Exactly. That's why I said when we go back to the beginning of the conversation. Remember, I said there are women out there that will say men are immature for wanting to fuck more than one woman. Now, I'm going to say this. If you allow your dick desires to derail you from your life purpose, you immature.
The traps have been set in pussy to stop you from fucking all you could fuck.
Wow. Say more about that.
When you have sex with women, the obstacles pile up against you. The wicked, evil men of the government they realize, hey, we can't let these motherfuckers live in bliss. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Because that's a blissful life for a man to be able to
Fuck when he want to.
fuck when he want to,
Whenever.
have hoes, all that
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Or marry more than one woman.
That's some king shit.
Have a house with about 6 women in there. All y'all get along. All the kids are raised together. It's a family unit. That sound crazy to women out here.
That's polygamy.
Whatever the word is they want to come up with it. Let me tell you something. If you got the stud, the breadwinner,
Yeah.
just like in the wild with the lions, the baddest motherfucker, holding shit down with his flock of women,
His pride.
his
Yeah.
pride. This economy can't hold y'all back because y'all are one. Y'all a unit. But they teach you that you settling, especially women. They teach women that you settling if you have a colony like that.
But you know what? Then
But together, you all can make it. So what we
you
do,
making a hella point right here, dude.
I'm just letting you know what happens, Zoe. So what we do, we have, like for real, listen to this. Tell me if you disagree with this, Bobby and Zoe. It's dudes out here who are male lions. But their pride is disconnected by the way the government do it. So they got to duck and hide when they go see they other lionesses.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
might
yeah.
actually have a back.
Right.
He can't bring them all together
Because it don't look right socially.
and that's how they got it set up. That's why we ain't got shit. That's why we all separated. That's why we always against each other, because they have society set up to train these women to think if he don't listen to you and obey you, he ain't a good man. When really, you should follow the lead of the lion, the motherfucking baddest motherfucker. And you know who he is. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
why you fuck with him.
Right.
The truth is, that's a bad motherfucker. Society will say he ain't shit. You go along with society, say he ain't shit, but that motherfucker ain't got shit, and you motherfucking basically will do what he say. Because you know that's a bad motherfucker right there. But he can't bring his pride together.
Wow. Wow. And you know what's so crazy? They will deride all of these men. They will talk all of this shit about how we ain't shit. We deadbeats. We this, we that. You know, right now there's no bigger criminal in the world than the image of the black man. The image of the black man is the most maligned image in the world right now. You know. So with that said, they'll talk all of this about us and being irresponsible and all of this and that. But then the flip side of that coin is motherfuckers in marriage are suffering for the most part in great numbers. 27 million couples in America are living in sexless marriages. He sleep in that room, she sleep in that room. They ain't fucked in years. Right?
Especially when the man gets older and sicker because of the things that are before us in society. It's not just your lack of willpower. When you are not able to be free, you are just like the lion at the zoo.
At the zoo.
You see it.
Right.
That motherfucker beat down. Instead of being who you could be.
That's what I tell women though. When you get the beat down version of man, that's the nigga who believes in the system that you were just talking about. That's the dude to say, well, I might as well go on and jump this broom with you. Because now he done fucking skeeted his load. Life done beat his ass. And you the only thing left. You and your grits. And
That's
y'all
real.
get together. That's what I'm saying. Most men are not built for that.
I mean, like what you said right there about marriage, it proves it all, man. Marriages fail. This country has so many people graduating as lawyers because that's the business. To capitalize off the fools in love.
Wow.
That's the business.
That was heavy.
That's what it is. When most of my guys, they'll come up to me and they'll say, "Hey Corey, I'm finna get married." I really feel like it's a funeral. And that ain't because I want to diss them or talk shit about the girl. It's just I look at the situation.
This is why I say Jay-Z and Beyonce, them motherfuckers is brilliant. Because Jay-Z marries her. They know what they doing. That nigga's one of the smartest streetwise marketing niggas ever.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, if I'm gonna marry somebody, I'm gonna marry the baddest bitch in the game. I represent marriage. That's a symbol of hip hop aligning itself with one of this society's cornerstone institutions, marriage. I get with her, she becomes a cornerstone representative for feminism. Right? These motherfuckers is marketing ideas that are in alignment with the status quo.
And that's all they doing, Zoe. Because let me tell you something. Every real man in this world who saw that elevator video knows everything they need to know about
What do you mean?
people marriage.
What do you mean? Say more.
No real woman who's in love with her man is going to let her sister conduct herself like that with her motherfucking husband.
Uh-oh.
It's not going down if a bitch love you and got your back.
What would she do if she loved you and she got your back? What would she do if her sister put motherfucking hands on her dude?
At the least, stop her.
Physically grab her sister and be like, what the fuck is you
You
doing?
goddamn right. Because if Jay-Z hit her sister, that bitch would attack him.
So she would stop her sister from attacking Jay-Z so she ain't got to jump in and help her sister when he put hands on her.
No, what I was saying is if Jay-Z was putting hands on Beyonce's sister,
Right.
the courage would have just came up out of her because that's real love.
Right. Right. Okay.
You see what I'm saying,
I
Zoe?
see it. Yeah.
The courage didn't come out of her to stop her sister because the love ain't there. And it's obvious.
Between who?
Between Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Wait
This
a
is
minute.
my opinion. This is only my opinion. But I'm just saying,
I get
this man is your husband. Why does your sister feel she has the right to attack him in your presence?
So
You see what I'm saying?
I see it.
This shows the disconnect that's there. It shows the weakness. Because if that bitch was about her husband, no way her sister would have been able to pull that off.
She would have stepped in.
Just because she be like, my sister love this guy.
Right.
I ain't got no business swinging on him like that. Because my sister love this dude.
So if I respect and love my sister, I'm not going to disrespect her husband.
Thank you.
So, do married people cheat more than single people?
I don't know. I think that's up in the air. It all depends on the marriage.
Listen, single people ain't really cheating.
That's what I'm saying. That was a point I wanted to make today. All
Single
you girls
people,
out there, if that is not your husband, I know you ain't gonna even want to. I feel it. If that's not your husband, you're his whore.
His whore?
You're his whore.
And what are you to her?
What whatever you want to come up with. Whatever you want to come up with, call me that. But Ladies, you need
They call
to.
you something.
They got to call you something now.
Yeah.
Shit.
What do you call a man who indulges with whores?
A bad mother. No.
Your man is a whoremonger because he's around whores. Your man is a whoremonger. If that's not your husband, y'all fucking every day. You have put a dent in what's supposed to be righteous. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how are you gonna justify your actions as a whore when he does something that men do when they're around whores?
But I'm just saying, it is the double standard of women being whores and men not. We understand.
That's
the
what I'm
key.
saying. You want to come up with a name to call a man who's not married and he's having sex? Let's do it. I'm with it.
I say this for men.
Whatever you want to call him, but you need to understand. We can, because that's what people do. They'll be like, but what about the man? Okay, whatever you want to say. But you need to understand you're a whore. As long as you can accept that, you can see where, in my opinion, the beginning of the end starts. You used to be his whore, now you his wife. And you never want to address the fact that you used to be his whore. Y'all never get past that. Y'all never even talked about it. But he ain't shit.
That he said, she said is really a problem for me because the people that's got any kind of relationship worth calling a relationship done figured out who they are to each other. And they make it work based upon that. And when it stops working, the lies generally are in the center of that because somebody started bullshitting the other person. Now, having had good and bad relationships, I tend to think that in order to have another good one, it's going to start with the truth. And the truth is, if you're attracted to somebody, it's not a question of whether you marry them or not to prove that to them. It's just you done came to a point where you got enough in common that's going to keep you together, whether it's, traditional or non-traditional.
And you bring up an excellent point, Bobby. Again, marriage is an institution. And I always tell motherfuckers, you bang on a nigga that's been in jail for 15 and 20 years. When he comes out, you say this nigga's institutionalized. Well, if you believe in marriage, you institutionalized too in a way. What you fail to realize is we live in a society that's about programming you with inbuilt answers. You ain't never had an original thought. What you think is right has existed before you were born. So then you spend your life trying to fit into what has already been defined as right for you. You haven't done any investigation to find out if that shit is true. If it's in alignment with who you are, you haven't done that. You see what I'm saying? So for me, when we talk about marriage in America, it's a symbol. That's what the word ceremony means. It means symbol. Well, we've made the symbol more important than what the symbol symbolizes. So most of us don't have what the symbol symbolizes. We just have the symbol, and then the fucking relationship breaks down and it means nothing.
So that's so deep. That's so deep. I met this girl. Her and her daughter have a real relationship. It's very rare that you see people have a relationship that's real. And when I say relationship that's real, I mean most people are not in relationships. They're in bullshit situations that are going to bubble over when the lies are exposed.
Right.
But I know this lady, her and her daughter are so honest with each other. Like they really talk to each other about what the fuck is really going on. You can see it. The chemistry is there. Even though one is the daughter, one is the mother. Sometimes the mother has to scold the daughter. I think the daughter about 17. But they be straight up with each other. You can see the bond is solid.
Right.
That's attractive for a man who looking for some shit to come into that's real. Because you see, okay, these are two people who can talk to each other for real. Most mother-daughter relationships that I see in this country are two bitches bullshitting each other until the shit boil over and the younger bitch got to leave.
Right. Right.
And men will marry into that situation not knowing that you are about to fuck your life up, jumping into some shit that you see is toxic.
Wow.
Now,
A
why would he do
relationship,
that?
if
why would a man put himself in a situation like that?
Because he desperate.
thank you. You took the words out of my mouth, Zoe.
Motherfucker desperate.
Only a desperate man will go into a situation like that where you see the chemistry between her and her children.
Right.
It's toxic.
Right.
What kind of situation
Where the dysfunction in that family is a way of life. They've turned dysfunction into the culture of the family. If you can see that shit going in, you's a fool for going further.
You's a real fool for going further. You lost as a man.
Yeah.
To think that you can come into that situation and excel with what you trying to do in life.
Oh no.
Because that situation is going to consume you.
Yeah.
Because you the man and you know who you supposed to be.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But you're not doing it because drama going to come your way. You the motherfucker get walked out the house in handcuffs.
Let me ask you about this situation, Corey, and get your take on it as well as so. The mayor of a little town right outside of L.A., Bell, California, the mayor, 45 years old.
Crespo.
He been married to his childhood sweetheart for over 20 years, had a 19-year-old son. The way the situation went down, allegedly, he got into an argument with his wife over money. The son intervened, and the next thing you know, she went and got a gun and shot him 3 times and killed him. Now, as the story has evolved, they're saying that he's had multiple relationships outside the marriage. There was some money issues. He's supposed to have been taking care of this woman. And
That don't
the wife
justify her
intervened.
shooting him.
I'm not even getting into that part. I'm talking about the consequences of cheating and how ultimately it plays out badly for all parties. Because here she is now. They still haven't charged her with anything. Okay, but she's having to deal with the fact that his brother went on television and said, look, she didn't have the right to kill my brother, irregardless of whether he was cheating on her or not. So we're back to the consequences. Is that something that we have to consider? Is it a something that we should take into account when we establish relationships that are based on lies, whether you call it cheating or not?
You never get away with nothing. That should be put on a T-shirt.
You never
that
get
people
away
have to wear
with
every day.
nothing.
You never get away with nothing. I wasn't there. All I know is your wife killed you in front of your son. That's a toxic situation, and it didn't start at that moment.
Okay.
That was some build-up that eventually ended in him being caught off guard, getting shot. Because if he know the bitch was going to get a gun, he would have did something to protect himself. That's an unfortunate situation.
And
Bitch wrong for shooting him though.
yeah,
No doubt.
Because if you shoot that bitch, you gonna get charged that day.
right. There's always a sense of pause when a woman does it to a man, but they jump right on the man when the man does. I mean, because we talking about the double standards right here of cheating, where men are glorified for cheating and fucking and having as many women, and women are called whores. But there's a double standard in reverse, in our society that favors women. And this domestic violence issue is that one. Whereas a woman can be violent than a motherfucker in a relationship towards a man, and that shit is considered, oh man, take that shit. That's coming from a woman. You should be able to handle that.
All that toxic shit builds up, and to get to the bottom of it, the only thing will fix it is the absolute truth. Not telling her about what she did, telling her about what you did.
Right.
Because that's the only thing gonna open their eyes.
Yeah.
If you're talking to her about what she doing, she gonna
not
counter
listening.
it with some bullshit.
Yeah.
But if you tell her what you need to do to relax your mind in this toxic situation, what needs to be done is gonna be done.
I guess
What needs to be done? Let me tell you something, man. One day you're gonna have to be bold enough to tell your bitch you done fucked another bitch. If you ain't never admitted that shit, y'all ain't gonna begin to heal. Cause that bitch know you done fucked another bitch. And if you ain't never admitted that shit, I'm telling you, that bitch got a grudge against you.
It's true.
Just because you were too cowardly to tell her.
Yeah.
How about that, fellas? Do I need to repeat that? You
That
were
was
too
big.
cowardly to say, look, I fuck hoes sometimes.
Outside your womb.
Most guys scared to say that shit. Most guys are scared to say that shit to their woman. I'm not saying that's
Well, you
some
know
shit
why?
you do
I
daily.
tell you why.
But I'm saying you need to one day just be like, you know what? Fuck it. What?
I tell you why.
Remember baby boy said that shit? I fuck hoes occasionally. You know what I mean?
No, but I tell you why, Corey.
Why?
A lot of niggas, dudes in our society have been socialized to not fuck up the pussy well. If you got some pussy, most guys have been socialized. Now keep that pussy so you can fuck on it whenever you get a chance, whenever you get around to it. Don't fuck your pussy well up. Lie, do whatever you got to do. But what they fail to realize is, and this is one thing I learned firsthand, a woman's intuition is real. She gonna know you fucking other pussy. Fucking is spiritual. That's real. Fucking is spiritual. It's energetic. Fuck a girl for 2-3 months, and then go fuck some other bitch. And I'm saying raw. She gonna feel that shit when you come back. Trust me.
Yeah, they got.
So you might as well tell the motherfucking truth.
I'm saying, like, but telling the truth ain't no shit that you do all the time, like, because you need. What I'm saying is, I put it to you like this. I saw that movie Denzel did, The Pilot. Was that the name of that movie? Flight.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Listen, man.
That little
When that
Brazilian
man got all that bullshit off his chest, even though it's a movie, you can still relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
When you get all that bullshit off your chest, man, you feel brand new.
You mean
Ain't
like when you
nothing-
ain't got to argue with her and
When it's all on the table.
mm-hmm.
You scared your bitch gonna leave, but you know what? You living in a dangerous situation with the pressure building up every day when you don't tell her. I mean, like,
That's
who
true.
am I to tell you what to do? But I'm saying, as a man, you need to just stop for a second one day, and just be like, you know what? Let me motherfucker release this shit on my heart that is killing me anyway, because this ain't how I want to live.
Right.
And when I say want to live, I ain't talking about fucking the hoes. I'm talking about want to live as a liar.
Oh yeah.
Because you weak.
So what about this? To build on what you're saying, because some women say, and not a lot of them, and then when you put them in a position to live up to this shit when they say it, but Corey, some women say, I want a man to tell me the motherfucking truth regardless. But then when you reveal the truth to her, she can't handle it.
You need to get the fuck away from her if you're going to do right by yourself.
Woo! A woman who would prefer you as an idea or as something that isn't in alignment with who you are is dangerous to you.
If you want to live a long time, you got to be up under a real bitch who know what the fuck is really going on and can handle it.
Wow.
If you around a bitch that's too weak to even motherfucking, okay, one day I hugged her and kissed her on the cheek. You kissed her on the cheek! Get the fuck away from that bitch. You gonna kill her or you gonna die.
Wow. Because she still ain't figured out she's living in the real
This
world.
bitch is trying to control you with
Wow.
no emotions.
Wow. So you saying it's unrealistic for a woman in America today to even consider having a man that is monogamous? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm just saying it's a very rare thing. It's rare.
It's rare, like
Monogamous men, when we started the show, we started off, and I believe y'all was talking from the heart. Y'all know, we men, we out here. We see how it really go.
yeah.
It's rare to meet a man who is monogamous.
And
Most monogamous guys have become unhealthy, and they know that they can't show up at that bitch house with that wheelchair. So they just stay with the one that's willing to deal with them. A la Teddy Pendergrass. I'm just saying, that ain't no diss to the brother. But when he was in that wheelchair, he probably was faithful to old girl.
Yeah, he wasn't fucking with no trannies or nothing.
Boy, it's a cold game showing up at a bitch house in a wheelchair, boy. You a bad motherfucker, them hoes still fuck you in that wheelchair, boy. Wow. So, you know what I'm saying, man? Look, this whole show topic,
crazy.
I feel like it worked.
He did.
I hope we talked about some shit that
we covered some shit now.
Yeah, that motherfuckers can think about.
Yeah.
So where does that leave, quote unquote, cheaters are going out the door tonight? I mean, is the future brighter or bleaker?
Well, I would say my opinion to everybody who is out there living a life that's a lie. Some people will never be able to do this because they're just pathological with it. But try to get the courage to one day have a conversation with the person you with and do the right thing by yourself and by the other person. Because if the whole time you with them you got to lie about everything you do, I believe that takes years off your life.
If you're not living your truth, if you're not being authentic and real, you really can't call yourself a man. Like, if you're doing shit to keep a woman, you have to understand, a woman is something that has to be provided for and protected and upkeep and all of this and that. If you lying to keep up that, you're an architect of a facade. And that don't make you a man. A man is, listen, with or without you, I got this mission and this purpose that I got to see through. A good woman will be like, let me step to the side, and anything I can provide to you to see you to that end, I got you. That's good men-woman interaction. But she can't do that if you're not the truth.
Underline that right there, goddammit. If you're not the truth, you're not capable of telling no woman the truth. Because only the truth can tell the truth. If you ain't that, this gonna be putting away where only the streets understand. If you ain't that nigga, that bitch know it. She might still be around you for whatever reason.
She biding her time.
Serves her, right?
Yeah.
But if you ain't that motherfucker, if you ain't really that motherfucker, that bitch know it. Trust me.
Yeah.
Every day when she wake up and look at you, she be like, this
This
ain't that
nigga
motherfucker.
here.
This a bullshit motherfucker right here. When your woman see you lie to another dude on some weak shit, she ain't gonna say shit at the time. But that bitch gonna be like,
It's categorized right here.
this weak ass motherfucker. I remember, man, this punk ass comic owed me some money. And he had his girl come to the door and say he wasn't in the hotel room. But he didn't know. He booked the hotels. We was right next to each other. I heard him in there. I was like, man, this motherfucker sent you over here to say he ain't here? I walked away laughing. Wow. I was like, that's a weak ass motherfucker sent his bitch. Ain't no way I'm gonna do that.
But you saying some heavy shit and to tie it up, when a woman recognizes that the dude is on some weak shit, before you flip it on him and be like, this nigga weak, you got to say, God damn it, the weakness in me fucks with the weakness in him.
Real shit.
And now I got to get the fuck out of here. But all too often, women turn that into their story. He did this, he did that, he was. Bitch, you weak. That's why he there.
Y'all match up.
You niggas is too. You niggas is a nice pair of socks.
Right.
Y'all go together.
We gonna wrap this shit up, man. You know, it's like this shit really was deep to me because we don't have leadership in this with black people. I want you to do me this favor. I want you to look at every black man you see on TV. And I want you to critique him for a week. And you will begin to see the formula of what they are serving you up as you cut on that dummy box. I want everybody to do that. Even in commercials, even the Burger King commercial where they had a little black dude. You know the Burger King commercial where he laughed when the old boy be like, "We're gonna change the $5 bill." Just watch what they do to every black person you see on TV. It's buffoonery. They make you look weak in front of your bitches. You know what I'm saying? Wow. It's all set up like that. Yeah, that pussy, whoa, out. Zoe been showing me fucked up pictures of bitches the whole show. I've been playing it off, but that pussy there. Hold that pussy up to the camera, goddammit. Hold that pussy up to the camera, Zoe. Quit being scared.
I ain't scared. Here you go right here.
That pussy ain't shit right there.
Was it blue out?
If you ever lied to that bitch about anything, kill yourself, motherfucker.
So where you at this week, Corey?
Oh man, so you know I'm going down to Atlantic City this weekend to get down.
You headlining,
Comedy
right?
Festival. Yeah, I'm gonna knock them upside the head, man. Bobby, you got something you want to plug?
Yeah, I want to plug this relationship because we are going to get the kinks out of this thing so that there's a balance of your comedy, your brilliance in that way, and every week we want to be able to plug something in that lets folks know that on a real tip, that's what we are to each other, and that's brothers who have learned to be respectful of each other and get down like that. And for those of you that chimed in tonight on various things about our attire and our disposition and all of that, keep having fun with that. And for those of you that think I sold 5 books, why don't you be the 6th person to get Real Men Don't Play?
That's real talk, man, and I'm the same way. You can go to IamZoeWilliams.com. Like I mentioned yesterday on the Zoe What Morning Show, we had some technical difficulties, and that show is just getting put up. But I've only got 15 copies left of The Rebirth of Seeds. You can go to my website, IamZoeWilliams.com, and purchase it. I'm going to the post office tomorrow. But support our movements, man, because we're going to keep grinding. We're going to keep pushing. And like Bobby said, we're only going to get better every show. And tonight's show was great, man. Thanks, Corey. I appreciate it.
That's what's up. And what
Hey,
I'm going to do, I'm
one
going to have
thing.
this.
Hold
Go ahead,
on. God damn it. Man, spell my goddamn name right, motherfucker. What the fuck is
Bobby.
that? Man, what the fuck is that shit, man?
Glayton.
You got the
Put Bobby's name on the screen.
GLATON, man.
I just want to let
I don't
everybody know
them
also,
niggas,
man, listen, we're going to have this website up where I'm going to be selling my shirts. I call them shirts that shock the weak. I'm going to have some T-shirts that off the motherfucking chain. And when you see them, when we get them up, I know y'all going to fuck with me. All right? So that's what's up. This is the 5150 show, the beginning stages of the independence. No motherfuckers mad because we ain't gay. No motherfuckers mad because we don't say what they want us to say.
Yeah.
Fake ass poor this bitch. Hey, all right, so I'm going to get at y'all in a minute. Corey Holcomb, 5150 motherfucker.
Done.